we all know that more than 20% of Georgia is occupied by Russia, but for today's topic, I want to talk about a very, very interesting village, which is called Skuzamela, and what's happening in there. We know that Georgia's two main regions are occupied by Russia, which is Abkhazian region and Tskhin Valley region, and we also know that in today's world, it's not the military power is not the only way to occupy a territory. Also, it's a case, it's a main point how the Russians operate in Georgia, in Tskhin Valley region and in Abkhazian region, but also they are using soft power, and one of the ways to use a soft power is to actually lie to the locals, and actually they are not locals, because who are the main locals? The most part of the locals were displaced by the Russian soldiers, and we have more than 300,000 internally displaced people, internally displaced persons in other regions of Georgia, but they are also changing the names of the villages, and that's why I mentioned Skuzamela. This is one of the most interesting part of the story. They are just hoping that if they change the name of a region, of a village, of a city, they will get what they want. And first of all, it's so disrespectful towards their own supporters, because they are thinking and hoping that those locals who now live in our occupied regions, there are some of them are from Turkey, some of them are from Somkheti, some of them are from Russia. Only small amount of them are actual Georgians, actual Abkhazian Georgian people. Most of them are the foreigners and the people who are willing to live under the Russian influence, under the Russian occupational powers, and they are hoping that if they just change the names of the villages, the people who now live in those occupied regions are so uneducated that they will never know that the actual name was changed. One of the name is Skuzamela, and the main and one of the greatest way to know where the toponym comes from. Toponym is a name of a village, of a land, of a city, of a river, that we can know who lived there first, and one of the ways is to know the origin of the word, and in this word we see the part where we hear which is an original Georgian language, because every language has its own unique complex, and only those people use it. And tzika is only Georgian part of the word. So this is just one of the village they try to change the name, but this region eventually, like I think very very soon, will reunite to the main body of Georgia, but it's just a funny way how they try to so unlawfully and violently, and by using the horrible, like so cheap, in so cheap ways, to use their power just to force the locals, and just to force the Georgians to learn a lesson, which happened in Georgia when we said that we wanted our sovereignty. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you so much for your attention, and see you in the next video.